Hi everybody, welcome to my first ever video game series videos that I've ever made. My name's Crystal. I like to spell it with a Z because it just looks cooler, right? Anyways, please don't crucify me because I'm new at this sort of thing, but I felt it was needed. I've seen walkthroughs of Nancy Drew. They were kind of for the ones that do have walkthroughs. The earlier games don't really have walkthroughs that I've found. I've tried searching, and a lot of the walkthroughs that I did find were text walkthroughs and they were missing stuff. So I decided to start a new genre of games, really, and video games videos or whatever you call it. And that is being personable, you know what I mean? Like the crazy ones out there that scream at the game or stuff like that. I'm not going to scream at the game. I'm not going to, be all crazy and stuff like that. But I wanted to give a little personality to the videos, but also be informative and tell you how to do it. And I have to give heads up or kudos or whatever you call it to Her Interactive. They have given me permission to make these videos. So, I have to thank them for that. Let's see here. Oh, sorry if you hear meowing in the background. I am trying to control the situation, but I've got a cat in heat and she's driving me crazy. So if you hear meowing, it's because she's loving up on me and whatnot, and I'm sorry about that. Anyways, these videos, I'm going to be doing something a little different than most people do. I'm using this program called Camtasia, where you can add things to the screen and edit things and stuff like that. And it will help point out things that I'm trying to say, trying to tell you where things are. So I'm doing it that way instead. That way it makes it a little bit easier for you to follow along, just in case you don't see what I see or you don't see where I click, that sort of thing. So, and it's watermarked right now. So what that means is I'm using the free version of Camtasia right now. I'm building a website and I'm going to put a donate button on my website. And if you want to help me get the original version or the non-watermark version of Camtasia, if you like what I do with the tools and like how I do the videos, you can donate to my donate button. That way you can help me unlock the full version of Camtasia. And I can put up these videos and replace some videos without the watermark. That way we don't have that interference. I am going to try to get all of this done before the new game, Midnight in Salem, because, yeah, I've been waiting for that forever, it seems like. They came out with Odyssey, they came out with Codes and Clues, and I've tried Codes and Clues. I have, for the free part, anyways. For the free part, I've tried Codes and Clues. It's kind of cute game. And let's see here. I haven't tried Odyssey yet. I haven't been able to find the time to do that yet or pay for it. If it's paid game, I didn't check into that too much. I'm too excited for Midnight in Salem. That's what I've been waiting for. If you guys want me to do a video of Odyssey after you guys donate to unlock Camtasia, then I will see about doing Odyssey as well. But for now, I'm just going to run through the first original games of the Nancy Drew, like this one here. Stay tuned for Danger. This is the first of the game series, but it is also the remastered version. So just FYI, it's not the original, but it is the first, which means that there might be some differences here and there for those that have played the original, but it shouldn't affect how the game is played, as far as I know. Also, there's a lot of secrets in the game. Those I will do my best to provide on my website. What I mean by secrets is there's things throughout the game that you may recognize in other games. Like there's this one book that has a whole bunch of name dropping, and I'll come across that later. But stuff like that, I want to put on my website. I'm also planning on putting a library in my on my website that has all of the different books in the games just compiled into one area. I want to put a recipe area because there's a few games that have recipes in them too. So I want to do that. So there's going to be a lot of things on my website besides just walkthroughs. On my website, there's going to be text walkthroughs too. That way you don't have to listen to my voice or watch my video if you don't want, and you could just grab the text instead. But anyways, so let's get started in this. Please, again, I'm new at this, so don't crucify me. I really appreciate your honest feedback, though, and will do my best to make any changes that you see that should be made. Okay? All right. So enjoy the game, I hope, and let me know. I will take your feedback into consideration. Also, I don't know if you've noticed yet, but I tend to edit my own narration or talking or whatever you call it, because I tend to say a lot, and that I know that drives people nuts. So I'm taking all of those ums out, so it's not so annoying. And that's why sometimes you may hear my voice skip or something like that. There's nothing wrong with the soundtrack. It's that I'm just trying to cut out all those ums. Sometimes the ums blend into another word, so that's why the skipping. Anyways, I hope you enjoy the game. I hope you enjoy my walkthrough and that it's informative enough for you to understand how to play the game and hopefully a little entertaining too. One last note before we get started. There are a lot of things to collect in this game. So at first it's probably going to be a little boring because I'm going to try to get as many of those things collected as possible in a short amount of time. There's a lot of clues, a lot of coins. Most of the coins you can collect all in one little bunch if you do it just right. But there is one coin that you can't, and I will show you where that is. But the rest of the coins, I will try to get all done in one little bunch. Okay, so I will try not to be boring, but some things can't be helped. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to play it in junior mode only. That way you guys can try to challenge yourself in senior mode. On my website, I will get some screenshots of some of the harder to understand puzzles for some of the games and include them in the text walkthrough. But as for video, I'm just sticking with junior. That way, you guys get a sense of how to play the game, and that way you can try to challenge yourself in the senior mode without me telling you how to do it. All right? So don't get mad at me because I only do it in junior mode and you want to know what the answers are to the puzzles in the senior mode, because I want to try to see if you can challenge yourself instead. But like I said, I will provide the answers, like screenshot answers to the puzzles for senior mode. Not all of the puzzles are the same or changed in senior mode. I noticed that there was a couple of them that were the same in junior and senior, so it didn't seem to matter. But for the ones that do change, I will provide the answer, the solution, whatever you call it, in senior mode in the text version of the walkthrough. Okay, so don't get mad. I love you. I love Her Interactive. They're so awesome for making these games. They're challenging, but the storyline is awesome too. And it really just like sucks you into the game. You don't want to stop, at least for me. I don't know about other people, but once I start playing one of these games, I don't want to stop until I've solved the crime, whatever the crime may be. And sometimes, just sometimes, the person that calls you in is the one that's causing the problem. So that's fun too. I love it. Not always, not always. There are several games where the person that calls you in is not the culprit. So you never know what's going to happen. Could it be the person that calls you to do the investigation, or could it be someone else that you don't even know? So you never know. I just love it. It sucks me in, and I'm hoping that you guys enjoy it too as much as I do. And that's why I'm making these video walkthroughs, is because I want you to be able to play the game and know what to do so that you can love it as much as I do. Anyways, I hope you enjoy the game. I love you all, including her interactive. Enjoy!
Dare to play. Hi, I'm Nancy Drew. This is my center of operations, my desk. Go ahead and poke around. If you want to know the particulars of how I do what I do, take a look at the book titled How to Be a Detective. It's real helpful, especially if you're new to the mystery-solving business. And be sure to check out my scrapbook. I put memorabilia from all my past cases in there. A lot of them were pretty dangerous and at times really scary. But don't say anything about that to my dad, okay? He worries about me enough as it is. And whatever you do, read what's in the file called Case File. That'll tell you all about the mystery I'm about to try to solve. If you think you're ready to dive into that mystery, just click on the plane ticket and you'll be on your way.
Okay, so there's a few things we need to learn about this desk area. It shows up in some of the games, not all of the games. You don't always start at her desk at a game. Anyways, I mentioned coins. There is a coin on that cup over to the right. We can't return here, so we have to grab it now. There will be a time where I'll actually go through all the coins. The lamp, you can switch it on and off. In one of the games, I don't remember which one, but you can blow out the light bulb. The background changes, like on the games that do have the desk. The background often changes. It's not always the same scene. This ship has been, I believe, in 2 games, if I remember right. Here's her scrapbook. It tells about all of the different cases. It's mostly the case file with a couple of different screenshots from each of the games. It doesn't have all of them, though. The last game is number 32, The Sea of Darkness. So as you can see on the last page here, it only goes to 22. There's another thing is, after the game ends, it shows the preview to different game that comes right after Trail of the Twister, and that is number 23, Shadow at Water's Edge, where she goes to Japan. So we will see the preview for that at the end of this game, not the second game. Stay tuned for Danger. And this is all I have for Stay Tuned for Danger. So yeah, for now. Okay, let's look at our case file. Current assignment: a student named Jake Rogers was killed at the local high school last week. An undercover detective by the name of Beach asked Aunt Eloise if I could go undercover to investigate the murder. I'm posing as a new student to see what the other kids may know about Jake and his untimely end. Okay, now that we've done all of that, let's grab the airplane ticket on the desk and get started. We're going to do Junior Detective, as I said before. You guys can play Senior Detective afterwards. So let's get started, shall we?
Dear Dad, who would have dreamed taking a vacation to visit Aunt Eloise in Florida would result in another case? Seems a student named Jake Rogers was murdered at the high school last week. And an undercover police detective wants me to pose as a student to search for any leads at the school. So it's undercover I go. I'm calling this case Secrets Can Kill. Love, Nancy.
Hey, okay, so we're going to poke around in here, in this little end table here, desk, whatever. We don't need to know what's on the letter itself per se. At the very top is some Greek letters. If you don't know the names of the Greek letters, it will actually tell you right there, Sigma Phi Kappa Delta. But what we are interested in right now is the Greek letters at the top of the page. The note on the desk says, remember to not enter in a wrong combination. So we have to enter those Greek letters that we saw. Just remember those. Over here, there's a book. The Haunted Ghost Bridge. There is actually a video for that on YouTube. And in here, there is another note. Talk to Jake about library books out of order. Yada yada. Nothing important. There's another book here that has a lot of name dropping basically for other games. We need this. That's the teacher's lounge key. That's very important. There's a TV and VCR in here. We don't need that right this moment. And now we're going to go enter those Greek letters that we saw on that note. And that would be behind this tapestry here. So let's put those Greek letters in. Yay! Okay, there's a key on the door. We need that. And there's a puzzle box we need to solve because there's something in there we need as well. Come on. Yeah, I saw what I did. I'm a dork. Okay. Now we got it. Bingo! School computer. Login name Eloise Drew. Password Wise Elder. Okay, so we poked around enough in here for now. Let's go see what's outside this door here.
Nancy Drew, Detective Beach here. How are you?
Good, and yourself?
Frustrated, Nancy. I need some leads, and you're my man. Well, woman, teen, student, whatever. I'll be at Maxine's Diner. Come see me when you found out anything. All contact should be through me.
Can do. So what's our cover?
Our what?
Our cover. Who should I say you are if anyone sees us and asks?
Oh, right. I'll be your uncle. Uncle Steve. I gotta go now. If you need anything else, come see me at Maxine's. I'm wearing glasses and a green striped shirt.
Is he really a detective? He didn't have a cover ready? Weird. Well, he seems desperate. Let's go see what Uncle Steve is up to. Okay, so this is the map of the area. That's Aunt Eloise's house. There's the school. And that must be Maxine's Diner where Uncle Steve's at. Let's go say hi.
Uncle Steve!
Nancy! Why, I haven't seen you since, for a long time. How's your...
Aunt Eloise. Oh, she's fine. And Dad says hello.
You're staying with your aunt, right?
Yes.
So, what do you got for me?
Well, I was hoping you could debrief me on the investigation.
Oh, sure. I'm just a bit... well, my undercover assignments are usually not so... suburban.
I understand.
The victim was a senior named Jake Rogers. As usual, none of the family, teachers, or students know about any enemies he may have had. Nothing came up from searching his home, computer, cell phone, or locker. His bank records tell a different story. He had a fairly large savings account and a lot of cash deposits. We suspect he was involved in something shady. Drugs, gambling, or blackmail. That's where you fit in. Talk to the students and see what you can find out. We think he might have kept information about his activities in a notebook or journal. So keep a lookout for anything like that. Anything else?
Bye, Uncle Steve.
Be careful.
Let's take a look around this diner. Okay, so over here is some achievements that you can get later. Barnacle Blast, you have to get to level 20. We don't have the money. And the jukebox, if you play all of the music on it, then you can get an achievement that way as well. Also, if you look at the bottom there, it says Nancy Drew backwards. That's kind of fun, isn't it? There's a lot of hidden secrets like that in the game. This, I think, has the most hidden secrets.
Welcome to Maxine's. I'm Daryl Gray. I don't think I've seen you here before.
My name's Nancy Drew. I just moved down here.
Then you'll be attending Paseo Del Mar High. I'm your student council president. If there's anything you need, just let me know.
Thanks. I might just take you up on that offer.
So, what can I do for you?
Tell me about Paseo Del Mar High.
It's a great school. Good teachers, nice students, lots of after-school activities. It's just too bad what happened.
What happened?
One of the students was murdered in the school last week.
Who was murdered?
A senior named Jake Rogers. He worked here, but I didn't really know him. He kept mainly to himself.
That's terrible.
I know. They only now just reopened the school.
Who did it?
No one knows, and the police are keeping pretty clammed up about it. But my resources say they're calling in some special detective. Maybe even the FBI.
Wow, you must have some special contacts.
Just special enough to see beautiful women like yourself.
What do you mean?
Get it? Contacts? I'm wearing contacts that let me see pretty women.
Don't fall for his charms. Just don't.
I should get back to work. Nice meeting you, Nancy.
Talk to you later.
See ya.
We're going to do something a little unorthodox and go back into the back kitchen. Most restaurants don't let you do it. But there are some hidden messages here. Like on here, on the very bottom, you go C-H-E-C up and down like that. And it says check your eyesight in the gym. And then you want to look for these things here. There's 18 of them. TEL3. We need those.
Looks like something was removed here.
There's another hidden message over here on the refrigerator. And if you look at the very bottom, it says 1.3. The 1 is the row and the 3 is the word. So it'd be the first row and the third word. The second one says 8.9. So it'd be the 8th row and the 9th word. So there. Daryl brings. Eventually, it spells out a complete hidden message there, which says, Daryl brings secrets to diner to get the cash for a life so finer. And then, of course, as I mentioned before, there's 18 of these. There's another one, HGL3. Write it down. Again, there's 18 of those, so it's crazy. Let's grab this note. Dear Daryl, I need to break off our date to the Sadie Hawkins dance. I'm very sorry, but something suddenly came up. Connie. Let's grab this ladle. Now, there's something that happens later in the game. There's actually 2 options. This is one of them. And that says watch out, by the way, on the cutting board. I'm not sure who did that, but kind of creepy, huh? Down here, we're going to switch the ladle with those wire cutters. That's one of the options in the game later on. If you don't have the ladle and you pull those out, it's danger for us. So definitely make sure you get the ladle first. Okay, so we're going to go out here. And there is one more message on this table here. If you look, there's colored letters. The first set is the red here where it says H-I-S. So it says his journal. These letters are in green. So there's J-O-U-R-N-A-L. So it spells journal. And then is my cash cow. So altogether it says his journal is my cash cow, right? XE-R3 down, you need that. There are some hidden names here in the menu here from other games and such. Again, I'm going to compile that onto my website. Let's go poke around in the school. Now, there was mentioned that there are some students here. So let's go find those students. They are called suspects for now. There is a lot of cork boards with a lot of hidden messages on them. This one isn't so hidden. It says student files under lock and key will show the lies of Dr. DeBee. And again, there's an HFL1. Write that down. I'll show you where all the cork boards are, and all the messages are. That's the maintenance room. We don't need that yet. There's another cork board. Senior essay contest. It actually says put elements in order to open puzzle. And make sure that you have written down ZND1, because that's another one. Okay, and then there's another cork board down here, right there. And that one, you just got to squish the letters together. It says a crane contestant in a masked disguise won the prize money despite all the lies. And don't forget to write this down, ASU4. That's very important. So there's a cork board over here as well. And that is right there. There we go. Okay, this one's just backwards. It says a hidden videotape will seal my murderer's fate. And then you want to grab this CR1. Grab that. We'll need that later. Okay. And let's see here. That's how. We'll come back to him in a minute. We want to grab the rest of the cork boards first. And then we'll go talk to everyone. And I already got that. There's another cork board here. And that is right. Oh, there it is. Okay. I didn't find a message here, so if there is one, I didn't see it. We still need the thing at the bottom, though, the LAU2. So make sure you write that down, because we'll need that. And then, let's see here. That's Connie. We'll come back to her in a bit. Right now, we're just going to go through the school really quick and grab all the cork boards we can for now. So, go down this way, the opposite way. There's a cork board here. And this says up, down, left, right. The first letters will help my plight. And then it says HEU2. Write that down as well. We got a couple more cork boards. I know this is probably a little boring. There's Jake's locker. We don't have any way of getting in it right now, so you do need to click on it to get the interaction, though. Okay, this one, the letters are weird. It says find them in the morning, or find the morning edition and discover another crime. The answer is in black and white to who will do the time. You got to kind of just like rearrange the letters a little bit. There spaces when there shouldn't be and no spaces when there should be. So, and right there you can see find if you block out the rest of the letters. And then make sure you get IRD2 as well. And if you notice, there's an honor student memo there. Here's another cork board. It says, it's like the first one. It's up, down, centers on a vid is what it says. And then don't forget to write down KRL2. That's important as well for our mission. Okay. And there's a cork board back here. This has 3 hidden messages. You kind of need a mirror and to read backwards to read these ones, but I have been nice enough to translate them for you. Isn't that nice of me? The first one says, he did what it took to make the grade, even if it meant to keep up his charade. The second one says that someone must hide reflects big secret worn with great pride, a symbol kanji. And the last one says, nowhere to turn, nowhere to hide. Let the books in the library be your answer guide. Don't forget KR1. Write it down, because we will need that later. Okay, so remember the first message that we got that said check your eyesight in the gym? There's the eye chart there. If you start at the very bottom right corner and work your way up, it will give you a message that if anything happens to me, look in my chemistry book, page 305. It's important that we click on that because if you don't, then when we do find this book, we won't be able to. There's a number for the judo there. Let's call it.
We are currently not seeking any new initiates at this time. We will seek you if you are worthy.
Well, I'm definitely not worthy for judo at least. Okay, so there's a pop machine here. And there's an achievement. And this is the pop machine you want to use to set off the alarm. I know you probably noticed that there's a pop machine over by that girl in that one room. We don't want to use that one. Okay, here's another cork board. There's the message up there. And this is a letter number combo. So 3 would be C. And you just got to match up the numbers with the alphabet to decode it all. But I've done it for you so you don't have to. But, you know, just so you know, it says cool pop spot grape. This is actually a clue for our Easter egg and coins. Okay, and there's another corkboard on the other side of these library doors. We will go into the library here in a minute. I wanted to grab all these corkboards out here. This one's just backwards. Grape, orange, cool. We'll play the alarm at the school. We want to use that on the pop machine I told you over by the jock that was standing there. And don't forget to write down ZRR4. There, like I said, there's like 18 of these, so, and they're very important. If you miss one, it'll screw you up in the end, or towards the end when we need those. And I forgot to tell you about this one, YD3. That is my bad. I am so sorry. Okay, that's all the cork boards we can get to right now. So let's go talk to some people here in a minute. I just had to point out this fan art. I love, I've noticed it in a lot of the Nancy Drew games. Not all of them, but in a lot of them, there's fan art. And I love that about them. They're all about the fans. All right, so let's talk to this guy, shall we?
Hi, my name's Nancy Drew. What's your name?
Hal Tanaka. Actually, my first name is much longer than that. But I want to fit in here in America, so I chose Hal as my nickname. I'm a Japanese exchange student.
Why do you think it's easier to have an American name?
I want to be part of the culture and succeed in this country.
So, what's been going on at school lately?
A murder was committed here. Everyone is very stressed out.
I heard about that. Some kid named Jake?
Oh yeah, Jake Rogers was a dark soul. He created a lot of trouble.
What do you mean by dark soul?
Jake wasn't a happy person, and made others around him very unhappy too.
How did Jake make people around him unhappy?
Jake was an ijimeko. In English, you would say a bully. He wasn't very popular. I'm behind in my studies and I must get back to the library. Bye, Nancy.
Yeah, I had a lot of ijimekos, but they were family members, not students, so that's fun.
Hi, I'm Connie. You're not from around here, are you? Usually, Paseo del Mar High is really quiet and boring. Lately, it's been totally out of control.
Is it that obvious I'm not from around here?
I'm a school monitor, so I have to notice these things.
Things must be pretty hectic for you right now.
Obviously. Once this whole thing blows over, it'll be back to the same old routine.
Doesn't it concern you the murderer is still out there roaming the halls?
Don't make me laugh. Just because I'm a girl doesn't mean I can't handle myself. Jake finally met his match.
What do you mean, his match?
Jake Rogers was a total creep. Nobody liked him. I gotta go now. Later.
Well, it sounds like Jake had a lot of friends. Yeah. Wow. Okay. So there's one other suspect that we must go introduce ourselves to, and that is the #1 jock with the #1 ego.
Whoa, a new girl at school. Do you realize what destiny has brought you today? Yours truly, Hector Sanchez. But you can just call me the Hulk.
The Hulk?
You are new around here. I play for the Manatees, one of the best teams in the state. I leave the others in the dirt, man. Soon it's college ball, and then the pros. Showtime.
College ball?
Yeah, I'm playing great football this year. I'm expecting an offer from a Big Ten school any day now.
What will you do if you don't get an offer?
There's no way I'm not going to play college ball. Unlike Jake Rogers, I'm a winner.
Unlike Jake Rogers?
Jake Rogers was a loser. No one liked the dude. Even if he'd lived, he was headed for trouble. Sorry, can't talk now. I gotta go to practice. Later.
Okay, you see what I mean? Number 1 jock with the number 1 ego and a number 80 jersey. He's definitely full of himself. Okay, back here is the maintenance room, and we need Braille and the code for that. So in order to do that, we need to get to the areas to get that information. The first thing we want to do is get Connie out of there. So grape, orange, cool is the alarm. So we're going to do that, and that'll get Connie to leave.
Get Connie over here to fix it!
Now this next part is important. After you set off the alarm, you have to tell Connie about it. And then she'll go running to go fix the alarm.
Hey, Nancy, need something?
Have you seen any of those weird messages on the bulletin boards?
Yes, and if I catch the guy who's doing it, he's going to be in big trouble. I bet it's the same person who keeps on setting off the soda machine alarm.
How well do you know Daryl Gray?
I wish I knew him better. He's the only guy I'd ever consider dating. He's student council president, holds a cool job at a diner called Maxine's, and drives a Seaback X80.
Drives a sports car and works at a diner? That doesn't compute.
Yeah, I don't get it either. Daryl's family was rich and used to throw major parties all the time, but not anymore.
Why did you break your date with Daryl to the Sadie Hawkins dance?
It's a long story.
It's obvious she's crushing on him.
Do you know Hal Tanaka?
Not very well. He's an exchange student from Japan and a total workaholic. He told me he's trying to get more scholarships for college. Lately, he's been looking really burnt out. I think the pressure's getting to him.
What pressure?
I guess it's a big deal for his family that he get into a good school on a free ride.
What do you know about Hulk Sanchez?
He's a big jock on campus. Never dated him or anything.
Someone set off the alarm on the soda machine again.
Connie, the student monitor, to the rescue. Again.
Let's poke around on her table really quick. There's a coin on top of her pop, and there's also a notebook here that has a love letter. I'm assuming it's to Daryl Gray, who she seems to have a crush on. Okay, and then while she's gone, we want to sneak into the teacher's lounge. We cannot do that unless she's gone, or we'll get in trouble. So major, yeah. Okay, so there's some coins in here in that bowl on top of the physics book, right next to the apple. And there's also a book here that's open up, and it talks about Gray Enterprises' future and that they are developers of military hardware. So that's a little information about Gray and his family. All right, Daryl. There's a coin there on the donuts. There's a message up here at the top. It says a trophy was not the only prize, but also money of a greater size. And of course, there's the letter number combination thing there. In this here, we need to look at this. And it's an English essay written by Hal Tanaka. It's important that we do that. It's important to click on everything, even if it doesn't mean anything, because there's an achievement for that. So we must do that. There's a coin right there. And there's a couple more coins in here. Right there on the in out thing and the pencil. And now let's get into the computer, shall we? thankfully, we won't get in trouble for hacking into the school computer this way. So let's just go ahead and put Eloise Drew, a wise elder, in and hack into it. And then hit OK. Now we want to poke in on everything. First, maintenance room, it says no. No is the password for that. But we want to click on everything in here, even if it doesn't matter. You need to click on the printer one though, here in a minute, so that we can get something, but this will, I believe, be part of the whole achievement for, clicking on everything, so I wanted to do that. Let's see here. This one says a backpack was found that belongs to Connie Watson and was placed in lost and found. Work order was submitted by Dylan. And then there was, let's see here. An exchange student was outside trying to get in to retrieve his homework. So I let him in. I wonder if that's Hal. Let's see here. There was 2 people fighting outside the gym. I approached them, 2 males, down Rutherford Street. Rutherford is a reference to someone from several different games, actually. Anyways, the first male was 5'8" 120 pounds, red hair. The other one was 15 and 18 years old. Jersey with 8 or 0 or both. Okay, and then there's, the student prank that Daryl Gray was involved in, where they soaked up the teacher's lounge windows. And then the last one, it was about the incident where Jake was found dead. So that's that. And now we're done here almost. There's no hidden message here, just the CLD2. Write those down. And that's it for here. We're done. Let's go.
Hello?
You better stop your nosy nosing, or it'll get bent way out of shape.
Okay, so that was just a little weird. There's some coins here. Right there, there, and there. In the teeth of the manatee there. And another one down there by the plant on the floor. And let's see here. There's one by the exit there. And let's go into the room that Hal's in. There's a couple here as well. On that paper wad there. We're going to go ahead and grab as many coins as we can. Garbage. Well, recycle bin, really. Fire extinguisher. And oh yeah, there's one in Connie's room I forgot about. That's right. Well, technically it's not Connie's room, it's the student lounge. Okay. This one is next to the phone book there. And like I said, there's a pop machine here. We don't want that or to use that. Let's call this number here, shall we?
La donna mobile, qual più mal vento, muta da cento, e di pensier.
I could be wrong, but I think I heard that on a gondola ride in the Phantom of Venice, but again, I could be wrong. Okay, so there's a coin down there in the corner. We can't get in there yet, so we'll skip that for now. Let's see here. There is a coin. Wait, no. Oh, we passed some. Okay, hold on. Let's go back. Okay, opposite of the honor student thing is a garbage can with a coin on it. And then at the entrance of the school on the Da Vinci message on the G, there's a coin. And then we're going to go back this other way. Okay, and there's 2 coins here that I found on the fan art on the Nancy Drew spyglass and the top of the candle there. Sorry, the top of the candle there. Okay. Okay, so there's another coin around the corner in the gym. So let's go get that one. I'm brain farting. Hold on. I'm such a dork. Okay, it's on the tennis racket right there in front of the student store. And then there's a Easter egg where you can get a bunch of extra coins here too as well. So we're going to do the Easter egg. Cool pop spot. Great. Ooh, look, it's images from the book series. Nice. And look, we got 80 coins out of that, so that's nice. Okay, you can try each one of the different sodas here, and you'll get an achievement. So we're going to just take one of each of these sodas and get that out of our hair. So I normally say pop instead of soda because when I say soda, I'm thinking baking soda and nobody wants to drink baking soda. So when I say pop, there are people that actually get confused and are like, what the hell is pop? But just the idea of thinking about drinking baking soda just like turns me off, so I don't like saying soda. But too many people around the world like to say soda instead of pop and get confused when I say pops. So yeah, I like to point that out, I guess. I don't know, I'm just being a dork. Okay, let's go to the library and do some stuff in there, shall we? Okay, so we're gonna jump in here to the library. There's a bunch of coins. There's one there. And we need to go up the stairs. I don't know if you noticed I moved rather quickly. There's a coin there on the bottom right there. I don't want the video to be too long. There's one there. Now we're going to turn around and go back downstairs. Yeah, because this game is naturally long anyway. But to do a walkthrough and not get people bored, there's a coin there. That's why I go through things way super fast, is because there's a coin there. Because I don't want, to bore you to tears. Sometimes you gotta check on top of books. That's what I'm doing right now. There was no coins there, so... Sometimes it's in the cubby holes where there's no books. Sometimes they're at the end of the aisle there on the floor in the back. So I check everywhere. There's so many coins in this game, I didn't write them all down. I memorized most of them, but this library has a lot of coins. So I didn't bother memorizing all of the coins here in the library, especially in the bookshelves. But yeah, no, that's why I move things really fast in here, is because there's just so much to the game, and I don't want to take all of your guys' time wasting on, second guessing myself or anything like that, just goofing off, because this is a walkthrough. It's not for pleasure as much as there's a coin, as much as it is for information. Okay, so we're gonna go upstairs, and there is another coin up here right on that book. And then go this way, there's a coin right there. And if we turn around, there is a coin right on top of that, the nameplate. Okay, there's a coin right there. And now we want to come in here. There's a coin on the floor. Okay, we want to check all the cubby hole areas where there's no books. And then we want to check the top of the books. Doesn't seem like there's any here. We will check these books later. There is an achievement for reading all of the books or at least opening all the books in the game. So we'll come back to that later. Right now we're just focusing on the coins. I kind of wanted to bunch all the coins together as much as possible in one segment so that we could just get them out of our hair, done, over with, you know, that sort of thing. Okay. There doesn't appear to be any more coins here. No. Okay. Now. Nope. Not there. None there. How about right here? Oh, there's a coin right there. Okay, so on the saboteur. Okay, so there's a couple more coins over here in the encyclopedia area on top of some of these books. There's one there. And there are some books here in the encyclopedia that we need to look at. Some of them are for the storyline. Some of them are for the achievement. So we'll come back to these later after we've done all the coin hunt stuff. I bet you're wondering why I'm doing these walkthroughs. Well, I already told you in the beginning, there's a coin, that some of the earlier games don't have walkthroughs or they're missing information on the walkthroughs. But I just like Nancy Drew. I mean, I've always been a fan since like junior high. My mom didn't like buying stuff. Like even Christmas and my birthday, I hardly ever got anything. When I did get something, I usually found out that she donated my belongings to a relative somewhere. So there's a coin. So when she allowed me to go to this one garage sale, she let me buy this Nancy Drew series books that I noticed at the garage sale. It was almost a complete set. And I was obsessed. There's a coin. I was totally obsessed. I was one of those people that walked down the hall with a book in their nose, just reading up a storm. And I think I was only missing a couple of them, but there was also a couple of the Nancy Drew Hardy Boys novels in there as well. Okay, that's all the coins here in the library. And for now, that's all the coins that we have. We need to get the information to get into the maintenance room. We need the Braille book. I almost forgot about that. Okay, so that's why I'm in here. I'm looking for the Braille book because I'm a dork. Anyway, so like I've been a fan since like junior high, Nancy Drew fan. And then when I got older, I discovered these games. Okay, this is the Braille one. Here we need to look for the Braille symbols that spell out no. So we've got that now, which means now we can go unlock the maintenance room, which is awesome. But yeah, my husband, he knew I was a fan of Nancy Drew because of I still had the books when me and him got together. And then one day he came home with the Nancy Drew game, which is totally awesome. Okay, in here we are going to find some more coins. There's a coin right there. It wasn't actually this game here. It was number 8, the Haunted Carousel. So there's a coin in here. Right there. But the moment I played it, I fell in love with these games like I did the book. So I'm just like, there's a coin back here. The funny thing is we didn't even have a computer at the time we bought it too. There's a coin right here. So I had to wait. There's 2 coins in here on top of these 2, right there. I had to wait to play it, and I was like, you know, dying of anticipation almost because of it. And there's a coin right there. Okay, so that's all of Eloise's coins. There's some in the diner. We're gonna head there next. There's 5 coins, I think, on top of the mustard here. And then go towards Uncle Steve and then turn around and there's a coin there. Then over by the kitchen door, not past the kitchen door, just on the side of it, there's a coin there. And another one up there. And then there's one in the kitchen as well. But yeah, I had to wait a couple years before I got my first computer, so I was dying of anticipation to play it. And so every chance I got afterwards, when I had a few dollars to spare, I would get me another Nancy Drew game I hadn't played, and play the other ones too. I'm so addicted to these games. I think I played them each about 100 times. Okay, so let's crack this code and get in here now that we know how to. Because there's a couple more coins just past the door. There's one, and there's one further on in too. So the first coin's here. And now we're going to use the elevator. And the next coin is, no, this way. On top of that street cone there. Okay, and then just look around. I thought there was a coin there, but I guess I was wrong. Okay, oh, get in the toolbox and grab the gloves. We need those. Okay, and that's all we really need here for now. So we can leave and go do something else. So that game that he got me was, I think, for our first Christmas together. So, and he does that. He likes to buy things that, for me, that he is meaningful, not, you know, pointless gifts like some husbands do. Sorry, ladies. I've got a keeper here. Okay, so now we're going to set off the alarm a couple of times to do that one achievement for, you know, setting off the alarm. We got to do it 5 times. Try to remember to
you broke it.
Tell Connie each time you set off the alarm, because if you don't, then you have to, like, you know, kind of sort of rinse and repeat, so to speak.
Hey, Nancy, need something?
Someone set off the alarm on the soda machine again.
Connie, the student monitor, to the rescue, again.
Okay, that would be the second time we set off the alarm. Do not use this pop machine to set off the alarm. Do not. Just don't. Okay, so there's a couple of tricks of how to get Connie back so that we can set off the alarm again. One of them is going around talking to people.
Have you heard of Hulk Sanchez?
Heard of him? Hulk holds the conference record for quarterback sacks. He's been the state's #1 player since he was a freshman. He's also a candidate for a big university, even with his injury.
Injury?
Hulk got hurt a few weeks ago. Ever since that game, he hasn't played the same. I worry that his chances of playing for a top school are not as good as before his injury.
Do you know Connie Watson?
Yes, we've been in a few classes together. I think she was dating Jake Rogers.
What can you tell me about Daryl Gray?
He's very popular, and a good politician, too. Just like his father.
Like his father?
I hear he was a great politician, but not a very good businessman. I think his company went bankrupt a few years ago.
Do you know the combination to Jake Rogers' locker?
I'm sorry, Nancy. I can't help you with that.
Connie told me you study too hard. Is that true?
Connie doesn't know my study habits. I can handle my studies. I'm behind in my studies and I must get back to the library. Bye, Nancy.
If he can handle his studies, then why is he behind in his studies? Okay, so obviously Connie's not back yet, so maybe we can go talk to the Hulk. Ugh. People like that.
How's it going?
Do you know Hal Tanaka?
That dude is always studying. He's a huge fan of mine. Real smart guy. But I never understood why a brain like Tanaka would hang out with slime like Jake.
Hal was a friend of Jake's?
Let's just say I saw them talking together a lot. Jake's locker was right next to Hal's.
But they weren't really friends, is that what you're saying?
Jake didn't really have friends, and Hal, he may seem pretty chill, but I've seen him crack a couple of times. He's seriously uptight.
Crack a couple of times.
He's got a temper, a bad one. He lets the pressure build and build until he's wound so tight the slightest thing sets him off. Like last week, I strike him out during gym, and he goes ballistic and charges the mound. He's got some serious issues. Now that I think of it, last time I saw them together, Hal seemed pretty upset.
What can you tell me about Connie Watson?
She hangs out at the gym a lot. I heard she's been having a real tough time.
Why do you think she hangs out at the gym so much?
I don't know. She's a pretty good athlete, but never joined any of Paseo Del Mar's teams.
Why not?
Not exactly sure.
You said she was having a tough time?
I heard she's been having some money problems.
I'm really sorry you got injured. Does that affect your chances of playing college ball?
I had a little sprain, no big deal. Within a week, I was better than before, and impressing the football scouts. I'm as strong as ever.
What can you tell me about Daryl Gray?
He seems like a cool guy. His family used to sponsor the annual football awards dinner until last year. You know, he's the one who found Jake's body.
I'll talk to you later.
Later.
Okay, so we should probably go see if Connie's back yet. But first, let's see if the pop machine will give us some more coins. I don't remember if it does or not, so I'm just gonna hit the Easter egg button. Nope. Darn. Okay. So let's go see if Connie's back yet or not, or if we have to hit the alarm again. Maybe I'm just gonna hit it now. Grape, orange.
Nice one!
Cool. Yeah. Okay. So earlier I mentioned that I have a lot of bullies in my family. Yeah. It wasn't just siblings. She's not back yet. It wasn't just siblings. It was aunts. It was female cousins. Never the males, just the females, except for my brother. He's the exception. Okay, let's go visit the guys in the diner. We'll start with Daryl.
What can I do for you?
Do you know Connie Watson?
Not that well. She keeps to herself a lot. I've always thought there's something mysterious about her. Kind of the same way I feel about you.
Okay, we have to reject this guy 3 times. Nancy is with Ned, but also it is an achievement.
Thanks for the compliment, but I'm already seeing someone.
That's cool. I'm just saying, not playing.
Mm-hmm.
Someone said you were caught soaping up the windows on the teacher's lounge.
Yeah, I totally got busted. It was a senior prank. I had to spend 2 days in detention.
Wasn't that the night Jake was murdered?
Yeah, I guess it was. Never really thought about that.
So there's a lot here.
Do you know why Connie broke your date to the Sadie Hawkins dance?
No, it was really weird. But what was even weirder is that she took Jake instead of me. Like I said, she's mysterious.
What can you tell me about Hal Tanaka?
Hal's an exchange student who's all scholarships and study. He's very intense about becoming a doctor.
How well do you know Hulk Sanchez?
Big guy, big muscles, big dreams. A lot of football scouts have been coming over to watch him play. He must be under a lot of pressure to perform.
Is your dad the owner of Gray Enterprises?
Yep, that's him. I have an internship in the computer department at the plant. It's mega boring, but it'll look good on my college application.
Didn't I hear that Gray Enterprises went bankrupt?
So what if it did? My dad is working really hard to get the company back on track, and it doesn't help to have vultures like you gloating over it.
I'm sorry, Daryl. I didn't mean to gloat.
That's okay. I'm just a little touchy about it. What else can I do for you?
Nancy's only a vulture at solving crimes.
Didn't I hear that you found Jake's body?
Yeah, I did. The student council president gets keys to the school. We had an early morning council meeting and I found him lying there. It was the worst thing I ever experienced in my life. And I really don't want to think about it right now.
Bye.
See ya.
Okay, so yeah, let's go here, and now that we have money, we can start doing the achievements here by playing all of the songs. And what we'll do is we'll start up all of the songs first, and then we will go play Barnacle Blast till we get level 20, and by then all of the songs should have cycled through, and that way we can kill two birds with one stone, so to speak, for achievements. So while I'm setting this up, I can get back to the E.G. Meckos in my family. Now, I had a lot of aunts and cousins that, if they did something wrong and I was anywhere nearby, they like to put the blame on me so they didn't look bad. And my mom fell for it every single time. Even when I try to use logic or anything like that to prove that I couldn't have done it, she wouldn't back down. She was the type that I don't think she ever wanted to admit that she was at fault for anything. So instead of accepting that, I could be telling the truth or anything like that, she would accept what they say as is, and I would get in trouble for it. So yeah, that was fun growing up. And then when I become an adult, it just got worse. So yeah, I obviously don't have a good relationship with my family. All right, let's get to Barnacle Blast. Now on this one, we have to get all the way to level 20 to receive the achievement. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play level 1. I'm going to skip all the levels in between. We start off with 8 balls, and we have to, obviously, most people know how to play this. You can't let the ball drop or you'll lose the ball. But I'll play through level 1 for now and skip all the other levels in between until I get to level 20, and then I'll, bring that back. And if you notice, just now it cycled to a new song, so that song, I know I've heard it before. I believe it's in The Haunting of Castle Malloy, but I could be wrong. It could be one of the other games too, maybe The Silent Spy or something. I can't remember right now. I know I've heard that song before. Again, I've played these games a million times, but trying to remember every tiny little detail from every single one is a little bit harder for me. So yeah, no good relationship with my family. I just said, I'm not going to deal with this as adults. Level 20. Okay, as adults, they got worse. Oh, I forgot to tell you. If you save between each level, you can save your balls. That sounds a little perverted, but you can save your balls so that if you lose too many during the level, you can just load it back to the beginning of that level. That'll help you big time on getting to level 20. It may take a while, if you're really bad at this, but it'll help. It'll definitely help. Okay, so anyways, yeah, when I became an adult, things between me and my family got a lot worse with the females, and it got to the point where they were literally making my life miserable. So we moved away with our kids. Well, one at the time. We had another one on the way. And we basically just cut off all communications with them because obviously when they grew up, they didn't grow up. And I wasn't going to deal with that anymore. So it's just us. Now, my husband and the kids, and we took in his little brother a few years ago. Technically, two of his little brothers. One of them went off to Job Corps, and we still have the other one. So, yeah, the other one is the same age as my oldest kid. And the reason why is because his dad passed away, and one of his brothers was like super abusive, and his mom wasn't doing anything about it. And it got to the point where cops were involved, and they gave the kid a choice of where to go, and he chose us. So his mom refused to accept that the abusive brother, had done anything wrong, when the cops flat out told him, you know, I know your son did this, you should press charges, stuff like that. She decided she wanted to protect him instead of the kid who was only 14 at the time. Yay! So we got to level 20 and we finished it, which means we got our achievement. So now we can exit the game. Okay, wrong button. Yay! And that should clear both of those achievements there. So it's okay. So we are gonna go to the school, talk to some people, poke around, see what we can do. Maybe set off the alarm again. So let's go talk to Hal first.
Hulk said your locker's right next to Jake's. Are you sure you don't know the combination?
I remember one day Jake was mad because he couldn't open his locker. He told me he wished I had a phone handy. Will that help?
See you later.
See you later, Nancy.
Okay, so that means that we could probably, like, look at the phone and spell Jake, probably, because that's a 4-letter word, and this is a 4-number combo. So that's what we're gonna do. Jake, 5253. Yay! Okay, so there's a judo magazine. Talks about a masked marauder that flattens foes. And there's an empty cassette tape case, an English essay.
Hal's English essay is the same as this essay.
Uh-oh, busted. And then there's a coin down here on the newspaper, right above the 2 o'clock. And then police. It's easy to find it if you see the 2 o'clock first. And then it talks about a break-in in the local pharmacy. Hectanol was stolen. They didn't find the perp. Okay, so that's everything in Jake's locker. Let's go see if Connie's here. Okay, she is. So let's go make sure that the alarm is going on, which it sounds like it is. Okay, so we want to go back and get rid of Connie. This will be like, I think, our 3rd time doing this, and we want to get that achievement. So we're going to go back and tell Connie to go away.
Hey, Nancy, need something?
Someone set off the alarm on the soda machine again.
I'll be right back.
Okay, so let's go confront Hal about his plagiarism now.
You plagiarized your senior essay on etiquette, and Jake knew about it.
Yes, Nancy. I'm very ashamed. My family will be extremely unhappy about this terrible mistake I have made. Somehow, Jake found out I copied that old essay. Then he blackmailed me into doing his homework for him.
Why did you copy the essay?
I had no other choice. My family won't let me stay in the United States unless I get a scholarship next year. I had to take extra courses to earn the scholarship. Before I realized what I had done, I was buried in work. I copied the essay because I was desperate.
What happened when Jake found out?
Jake demanded I do all his homework for the rest of the semester, or he would tell my family everything. What else could I do? My family was depending on me to succeed.
Were you desperate enough to kill him?
I was not happy about the situation, but I would never kill anyone. I value human life. Please don't tell anyone about this, I beg you. You will gain nothing if you do, and it would destroy my family if they knew what really happened. I regret what I have done. Please let me have this chance to become a doctor. I promise to make up for this mistake, even if it takes the rest of my life.
If you didn't kill Jake, do you have any idea who...
When I delivered Jake's homework to him the other day, he mentioned being late for a meeting with Daryl Gray. It was very strange. I didn't know they were friends.
Do you know why Jake had an empty video cassette case in his locker?
I didn't know Jake was interested in video. I avoided him whenever I could.
See ya.
See you later, Nancy.
Since he implicated Daryl Gray, maybe we should go visit Daryl and see what he has to say.
What can I do for you?
Hal Tanaka told me Jake said he had a meeting with you once. But I thought you said you hardly knew him.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he had to talk to me about work.
Do you know why Jake had an empty video cassette case in his locker?
Why were you in Jake's locker?
It was open, and I just looked through it.
Oh. I have no idea. What else can I do for you?
See you later.
Bye, Nancy.
Darn, he didn't hit on us again. We need to get hit on 3 times with him, so we'll go do something else now. What to do? Oh, maybe we should see if Connie's back. We still have... Oh, yeah, she is. We still have some more alarms to set off. So let's go do that. I don't know if you've noticed, but I do a lot of editing. Some of it's because I need to pause and take a break.
Get Connie over here to fix it!
Some of it's because my kids need me, or some of it's because I just can't figure out what to say at that very moment. You don't miss anything, trust me. Okay, anyways, let's get back to this. Let's get rid of Connie again.
Hey, Nancy, need something?
Do you know why Jake had an empty video cassette case in his locker?
No. Why are you so interested in Jake anyway? I gotta go now. Later. Nancy, I'm starting to wonder about you.
Didn't I hear you were dating Jake?
Hey, a girl can make a mistake, can't she?
Someone set off the alarm on the soda machine again.
Connie, the student monitor, to the rescue. Again.
Okay, so how about we go and we work on another achievement for now. Let's go to the library. There's still all those books we need to look at, so we can do that for now. And let's see here. There's the encyclopedias. There's one.
That medallion Connie is wearing is kanji for crane.
Kanji. I remember seeing a hint about that. Harry Houdini shows up in the final scene. Marie Antoinette, she shows up in, I believe it was Treasure in the Royal Tower. Lizzie Applegate, she shows up in a couple of the games. And let's see here, that's the Braille one. That's all the encyclopedias for now. I don't know if this counts, but I'm going to look at the magazines too. And there's a magazine over here on this rack.
Hectanol is a steroid and was one of the drugs stolen at the drug station.
I wonder who in the school would use steroids. Ooh, I know. It's the exchange student. He's using the steroids to make himself smarter. Okay, let's see here. Oh, yep. Okay, that one That book shows up in the Last Train Blue Moon Canyon. And this one shows up in Danger by Design. You have to purchase it from a shop in the game, and you have to know what's in it too. Okay, let's see here. This, I believe, is in the Phantom of Venice. At least some of it is, if I'm not mistaken. Monsters shows up in a couple of them. Captive Curse and the Curse of Blackmore Manor. The little girl in the Curse of Blackmore Manor has the book, and the book's also in the Captive Curse. I forget if it's a souvenir or what. I don't remember. I'm brain farting right now. Let's see here. I know there's other books here. Okay, so here's a book right here. This one is a rough translation. I tried to use Google Translate, and it is, what I could get out of it is it's a journal written by Julius McQuaid, who worked at a lab for 40 years and felt like he was a trapped animal or something like that. And then one day he was, I guess, outside camping in a tent or whatever, and he got woken up because a cub was caught in the brambles, and he couldn't find the mom, and thought the mom was killed by a hunter or something like that. And he figured out that the cub couldn't free himself. But again, that's a rough translation. I thought it was in French because it looks very French to me, but it didn't, the words didn't come out, plainly, so it could be a different language. So, I don't know. Anyways, don't kill the messenger. I tried. That's all I can say is I tried. Alright, so we got a couple more books here. There's a book. This is about a captain named El Toro. If I'm not mistaken, this refers to the game, The Ransom of the Seven Ships. I believe it's the same sea captain. I can't remember. I'll put it on my website once I figure out all of these little dirty secrets. Ham radio. Okay, that shows up in a couple of the games. Well, the book only shows up in one game, but we play with the ham radio in a couple of them. So, let's see here. The Crystal Skulls, The Legend of the Crystal Skull. That's pretty obvious. Duh. Okay, so we'll see that book in The Legend of the Crystal Skulls. Alright, and that looks like all the books there. So that leaves us with this chemistry book, which we wouldn't be able to open up if it weren't for us looking at the eye chart. The answer to my fate lies in the box. The matchbook behind Maxine's schedule holds the first step. My message holds the remaining 18 steps. The elements tell the order. The letter and digit tell the direction. IU2 is almost the last clue. We still have one more, I think. If I remember right, we left one somewhere else. There is a periodic table of elements. We will need that to put all of our clues together. So, for starters, the first half of the clues show an uppercase letter and a lowercase letter. In this case, the I is the only one. And then we look at the number for that element. And then what we'll need to do is put them in order, numerical order, with all the elements that we have. So we'll do that in a little bit. It's just a preview of why the periodic table of elements is here and what we need to do with it. Okay, so let's go follow up on some of our other clues from the hidden messages on the boards and stuff, and see what else we can find out or get clues on there is this catalog search engine here on the computers. Let's put in Jake's name and see what happens. Nothing. What about Jake's locker combo? Let's try that instead. Oh, look at that. J. Rogers under my seat. Interesting. Okay, there's one last clue I forgot to tell you about. We should have probably done that one first before we went to the referencing, and it's over here in this map drawer. And if you look, you start with I, and you work on the reds only from top to bottom, and then start with the C and top to bottom again. And it says, if anything happens to me, search under my combo in catalog. See, I kind of jumped the gun there. So I'm a dork. And don't forget, we have the last code there that we need, the NAL3. Yeah, again, I'm a dork. Okay, let's go and set off that alarm again for Connie. She's probably going nuts because I keep doing that to her. I know if I was her, I would be pissed.
Get Connie over here to fix it!
All the time. Somebody doing that to me. Okay, so let's go see if Connie's at her desk or if we need to go do something and then get her to show up. There she is.
Nancy, I'm starting to wonder about you.
Someone set off the alarm on the soda machine again.
Connie, the student monitor, to the rescue. Again.
Poor Connie. I kind of feel sorry for her, but I really want that achievement, so I'm not going to. Haha.
Oh, it's you, Nancy. I'm really embarrassed to see you again.
See you later.
Farewell, Nancy.
Since he didn't have anything to say, let's go talk to the jock instead. See if he has anything to say.
How's it going?
Do you know why Jake had an empty video cassette case in his locker?
I didn't pay much attention to Jake. I'm tired of talking about that loser.
Tell me about the robbery at the drug station pharmacy.
Why would I know about a robbery? All I know about is football.
Goodbye.
See ya.
Well, he seems a little defensive about that. Jocks. Go figure, right? Okay, let's go set off the alarm again. I'm
Great, you broke it!
debating whether or not this is the last time or should I do it again. I don't think Connie's here, but let's just check anyway. Yeah, she's not here. Alright. Let me think. There's something we can do. Oh, I know. Let's call Mitch.
Dylan, heating, ventilation, air conditioning, and cooling. How may I help you?
Hi, this is Nancy Drew. You called me and threatened me?
No, I didn't. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yes, you did. I saw your caller ID number.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't. I'm sorry, miss, if you're having trouble with your air conditioning. We'll send a technician to find a permanent solution.
I'm not talking about air conditioning. I'm talking about you threatening me.
I didn't threaten you.
Look, I'm not going to play this game with you.
Man, that dude acts like my brother. He's got a temper problem and an immature problem. Go figure. I wonder if they're buddies. Okay, let's go talk to the guys.
What can I do for you?
Talk to you later.
Bye, Nancy.
He didn't have anything to say, so let's talk to Uncle Steve.
Good recovery on Daryl's question about Jake's locker.
Thanks, Uncle Steve.
Anything else?
I think you should know that I got a threatening phone call from someone named Mitch Dillon.
Interesting. Mitch is a suspect we're looking into, and he probably caught wind that you're snooping around. But I wouldn't pay him much attention. If he does anything else, let me know, and we'll take care of him.
How is he involved?
You don't need to know at this time. Just concentrate on the students and finding Jake's journal. We have Mitch covered.
When the police looked through Jake's locker, did they take a videotape?
No. We didn't. You're thinking there's something important on that tape. Important enough that Jake hid it.
Something like that.
Good lead. Find that videotape, Nancy.
I found a notepad in the library that seems like a message from Jake.
Really? Tell me more.
It says, "Things to remember me," and seems to give clues about the answer to my fate lies in a box.
This is the best lead we've had. I think I could break the case. Follow whatever directions he gave to find this box. His journal could be in there. Excellent work, Nancy Drew. But remember, you need to keep a low profile and be careful.
Bye, Uncle Steve.
Be careful.
You know, I just realized something. I do not have anything nice to say about my family. My husband and my kids, yes, but not my family in general. Maybe it's because they were so mean to me all the time. I don't know. Anyways, let's go talk to Connie.
Nancy, I'm starting to wonder about you.
Someone set off the alarm on the soda machine again.
Ugh. Watch the fort while I'm gone.
I told you she was getting a little annoyed. Oh, poor Connie. What are we gonna do with her? She obviously needs help. From me.
What can I do for you?
Bye.
Bye, Nancy.
Okay, he still doesn't have anything to say. Let's see, what can we do? Now, why do I always turn that way? I'm such a dork. Ooh, let's go set off the alarm one more time. This should be the last time. I just want to double make sure, triple, whatever you call it. Just absolutely sure.
Broke it.
Time to go annoy Connie again. Yay, I like being annoying. It's so fun.
Nancy, I'm starting to wonder about you.
Your medallion has a symbol that means crane, and Crane is the name of the judo school on the poster in the gym.
What a coincidence. Funny, I never noticed. I gotta go now. Later. Hey, Nancy, need something?
Someone set off the alarm on the soda machine again.
Ugh. Watch the fort while I'm gone.
Is it a coincidence or is it not a coincidence? That is the answer, or the question. Let's go through our list.
Did that.
I'm being such a dork.
That's done.
Okay, let's go through our list and make sure we've got everything
That's done.
marked off and done and stuff like that. I know
Check.
I don't go and look at the list very often because I know the game pretty well, but you know, just in case I forget something, I sometimes look at the list. I tend to forget steps myself, but when I'm doing a walkthrough, if anybody does a walkthrough, they really should not be missing steps because it throws the whole game off sometimes if there's a step missing. Okay, so the thing on our list that we didn't get marked off was we needed to look under the chair. And I should have done that earlier, but I didn't. And here we have a lovely box with a lot of symbols on it that we don't know anything about. So we will come back to that later. For now, we can mark that off, but then that's like the last thing on our list.
That's done.
So now we have nothing to do, supposedly, according to the list. So, yeah, let's go mess around. There's stuff we can do still. I think we got most of the achievements, except for we still have confronting everyone about their problems.
I'm not into pushy girls. Do me a favor and bother someone else.
I gotta go.
Later.
And it's not time to confront him yet. And then there's fending off Daryl's...
Oh, it's you, Nancy. I'm really embarrassed to see you again.
Bye.
I must go now, Nancy.
advances. Nancy is happily with Ned Nickerson.
Hey, Nancy, need something?
Hulk told me money's been tight for you these days.
What a dork! Hulk Sanchez doesn't know the first thing about my life. He needs to get a life and stop talking about mine.
See you later.
Adios.
And if I were to call like Bess and George right now, Bess would be all like, ooh, what's his cuteness scale of something like 1 to 10 Ned Nickersons or something like that, something dorky. And all of that. She's such a dork. But anyways, no, she's got Ned, so she doesn't need a boyfriend. Let's see if we can reject Daryl
Hey,
again.
gorgeous. Glad you stopped by.
Yay, another rejection.
Daryl, I appreciate the compliment, but I'm seeing someone else.
Hey, I'm just saying what I'm seeing.
So what's been going on?
Well, your uncle isn't here if that's who you're looking for. I'm sorry for saying this, but he's kind of a Mr. Cranky Pants.
How so?
He's on edge from drinking all of our coffee, and last week he seriously freaked out on me.
What happened?
I don't know. He lost something in the diner and accused us of stealing it. He went kind of psycho.
Talk to you later.
Oh, before I forget, someone left this note for you. It was on the counter when I got back from break.
Dylan HVAC. I have the solution to your mystery. Meet me in the basement of the maintenance room at the high school.
Bye, Nancy.
Alrighty then. Let's go meet Mr. Dylan HVAC in the basement at the high school. And I'm going the wrong way again. What is wrong with me? Okay. Alright. Here's the maintenance room. We don't have to unlock it again. Let's go see what Dylan wants. What a surprise. He's not here and the boiler's at full blast. Okay, so there's two solutions here. One, we can take the numbers to that placard there. Or two, we can use the wire cutters. Since the wire cutters is just too easy, we'll just use the numbers on the placard, which is 1967. And of course we have to put safety first, so we need these gloves so that we don't burn ourselves on these handles here. That's the last thing we need. Okay, the instructions are right here. Southwest, southeast, northwest. Got it. And those are for the dials down below. So 2 on the left one, 2 on the right, nothing in the middle, and 1 more on the left one. And we have tamed the beast. Yay! Okay, so let's put these gloves away. We don't need those anymore. And let's take a look around the room now that we're safe. And there is a matchbook with that symbol on it, the cut that we saw in the box under the chair. And obviously somebody went to Maxine's diner and sabotaged the elevator. Yay. So now we have to find an exit. And let's see here, not there, back here. Grab the videotape, we need that, and we'll go through here. And we'll go and plug it into the VCR at Eloise's house so that we can see what's on it. Okay. And so we want to put that in there. We have to turn on the TV before we can put the tape in. Drugstore, Hectanol. Oh, look who it is. Shame. I guess I was wrong about it being the exchange student. And there's the Masked Marauder, better known as Connie, the hall monitor. And we already know that our favorite exchange student cheated on his essay, so that's not any new news. Well, the only thing to do now is to grab the tape first and go confront Connie and the Hulk. Okay guys, just to let you know, we are getting very close to the end. But you must do these confrontations before you watch the last video. So this is why I'm doing them now. We're going to go confront Connie first. We've already done Hal.
Hey, Nancy, need something?
I know you're the unknown winner of that judo competition. Jake Rogers had it all on videotape.
Yes, Nancy. I'm the mysterious winner of the men's tournament. It wasn't easy for me, and I'm proud of what I did.
Did you kill Jake to stop him from blackmailing you?
Are you crazy? Of course not. I didn't kill Jake.
Whoever pushed Jake down the stairs also beat him up. Someone with a black belt could have done it.
Do you think I would give up everything I've worked for and do a stupid thing like that? I despised Jake, but I'd never think of killing him.
I'll talk to you later.
Adios.
Okay, now let's go confront Mr. Steroid Pumper.
I'm not into pushy girls. Do me a favor and bother someone else.
Jake knew you broke into the drug station. He was blackmailing you, wasn't he?
Yeah. He found out I stole the steroids and threatened to turn me over to the cops. It would have meant the end of my football career if I didn't cooperate.
Why did you steal the steroids?
I got hurt really bad in a game a few weeks back. Broke 4 ribs and cracked 2 others. I had to keep playing even though I was hurt. I needed to impress the scouts. Then I started taking steroids. It wasn't worth it because I was still in pain and all my free time was spent playing errand boy for Jake.
Errand boy?
The last thing Jake had me do was deliver a note to Daryl Gray. It was in a sealed envelope so I couldn't read it. My bet is Jake was blackmailing Daryl.
Did you kill Jake?
I'm not a killer, Nancy. I didn't do it.
Goodbye.
Bye, Nancy.
Okay, that achievement's done now. We've confronted everyone. And now we're going to go confront Daryl Gray since Mr. Steroid's head said something about him.
So, how'd your date go with the mysterious note-leaving guy?
Let's just say he almost took my breath away.
Good, so I'm still in the running for you.
Daryl, I'm not interested.
Okay, I get the picture.
Oh, brother.
Hulk Sanchez said he saw you delivering an envelope to Jake.
Okay, so I gave him an envelope. Big deal. It was about a school project I'm working on. Hey, what is it with all these questions? I'm really starting to wonder who you are exactly, Nancy Drew. I'm out of here. If Maxine drops by, make up a good excuse about why I had to leave. See you around, Nancy.
He's just mad we turned him down too many times. Okay, back here, if you zoom in, if you look really closely, it says Soup Ladle Bolt Cutter in the red letters. Let's go talk to Uncle Steve.
Nancy, you look terrible. What happened to you? Are you okay?
It was nothing. Let's just say I ran into an old flame.
Suit yourself. How are things otherwise?
Daryl mentioned that you had lost something last week?
Yes. I lost my wallet. A lot of my undercover contact information is in the wallet, including yours. You can imagine what would happen if that information fell into the wrong hands.
Did you ever find it?
It was in my hotel room all along. I think I was drinking too much coffee, starting to affect my mind.
I found the videotape Jake made. It shows some students that Jake was blackmailing.
Was one of the students Daryl Gray?
No.
That's surprising. My intuition says that Blondie Burger Boy is involved in this somehow. Good lead, but we really need to find that journal of Jake's.
I think a student may have killed Jake because he was blackmailing him, or her.
You're getting great leads, but think and may have are not good enough. We need to find hard evidence, like Jake's journal.
See you around.
Goodbye.
Okay, we got one last thing to do before we finish the game, and that's get all of our clues put together and sorted and figured out. Anyways.
Haven't done that. That's
You know,
done.
I kind of actually feel bad for the dog. I know what it's like to have pain and the medicine doesn't work. Years ago, I was diagnosed with really high levels of osteo and rheumatoid arthritis. And it didn't matter what kind of drugs that the doc gave to me, nothing worked. It just, I don't know, the pain's like a deep bone pain, not a muscle pain. And he kept giving me anti-inflammatories and muscle relaxants and nothing was working. So yeah, that's annoying. All right, let's grab this box and we'll get started, shall we? Okay, so I recognized one of the symbols there. It was the symbol that was on the matchbook. So that is our starting point, is that symbol right there. So we're going to start with that. Okay, so what I'm doing here is we're going to go over the elements table, the chart, all of the clues from the elements, and piece them all together. The first thing we need to do is look at the elements themselves and put them in numerical order. And then once we do that, we can take the second part of the clue and be able to tell what comes next. So like, you know, U2 is up 2, R1 is right 1, so forth and so on. So we got to put the elements in order first. Then we look at the second part of the clue and figure out what to do with the box. Okay? Right 1, left 3, down 2, right 1, down 1, up 4, 2, 4, left 2, down 3, 1, 2, 3, right 4, 1, 2, 4, down 1, left 3, 1, 2, 3, up 2, right 3, 1, 2, 3, up 2, left 1, down 2, and left 3, 1, 2, 3. Bingo! Another cassette tape. And now we are going to go watch this videotape. Now, there's supposed to be a conversation between Connie and the jock. That's okay. It's not an achievement or anything like that, so we don't have to worry about it. It's just an added bonus, I guess, for the game. Anyways, let's finish this, shall we? Okay, so let's not forget this note in here where we need to know Sigma Phi Kappa Delta. Okay, the conversation between Connie and the jock was just she confronted him about him blabbing about money problems, that's all. Nothing important. Alright, let's put this tape in and see what's on it.
This is the story of a student council president gone terribly bad. Let's take a look at what kind of homework he's bringing home from Daddy's top secret military industrial aerospace factory. But what does Daryl do with this stuff? He's too stupid to really know what it all means. But he's not too stupid to know how much these industrial secrets are worth. You see, Daryl's selling out to our local air conditioning guy, Mitch Dillon. Not sure what a guy specializing in HVAC does with satellite schematics, telemetry encodings, and signature intelligence, but I'm sure whatever it is, it's not exactly legal. But it's probably worth a lot of money to Mitch to keep it quiet. Breaking news, check it out. I found out who Mitch is selling Daryl's secrets to. This dude, can you imagine? This dorkoid is the ringleader of some kind of clearinghouse for military secrets. And Mr. Clueless just forgot his journal full of important notes like contact numbers, system passwords, project code names, amounts paid, etc., etc. And some other stuff I don't understand, but I can tell that this guy will pay top dollar to get it back. But just in case, should anything happen to me, I'm putting the journal in a safe place. I taped it underneath one of the book carts at the school, but I doubt he'll give me much trouble. Just a ton of cash. So if you find this video, come look me up. I'll probably be long gone from Paseo del Mar and tanning my bod on my very own private island, retired at 17.
Aunt Eloise? Is that you?
Nancy actually goes to that resort. She's supposed to meet Bess and George there on Game 20, Ransom of the Seven Ships. Let's go see who's at the door.
Detective Beach, I didn't expect you.
I just thought I'd come by and see how you're doing. You seemed kind of in a hurry. Did you find the journal?
Yes, I found your journal.
Well,
Jake's journal. I found Jake's journal.
Smooth recovery, Nancy.
No, you said my journal. You said that you found my journal. Why don't we step into the living room and have a nice chat about where my journal is, Oh, and why don't you give me your cell phone? I'd hate to be interrupted during our little tete-a-tete.
So this Detective Beach and undercover assignment was just a ruse to get me to find your journal. You killed Jake, didn't you?
Yes, I did con you into this undercover charade, and you just ate it up. I mean, you had the lingo, the self-important attitude. You're a real Snoopy Susie, aren't you? But as far as murder goes, no. That was my former partner, Mitch Dillon. But stop with this delaying tactic, Detective Nancy. Where's my journal?
Okay, so if we tell him the wrong place too many times, he'll cap us. So let's just go with tapestry.
It's in the entrance, behind the tapestry.
What's the combination?
Okay, avoid Sigma Phi Kappa Delta. Do not choose that one, which is this one right here.
Kappa Lambda Kappa Sigma.
That's not it, Nancy.
We only got to give him the code wrong 3 times.
Mu Pi Phi Zeta.
You're trying my patience, Detective Drew. What's the combination?
Zeta Mu Mu Pi.
Hey! What the? Get me out of here, Nancy Drew!
I'm sure the police will be happy to transfer you to another set of bars. So long, Detective Beach, and hello, prisoner number 4321A. Dear Dad, case closed. Mitch Dillon and his boss, formerly known as Detective Beach, are on their way to prison. The police still don't know his real identity, but his trade in top-secret information has been stopped, thanks to Aunt Eloise's burglar-proof safe. Daryl has confessed to selling information about his father's military projects. Despite the damage this has caused Gray Enterprises, Daryl's father has forgiven him. Connie returned her trophy, but the judo club refused to take it and is opening their competitions to women next year. Hulk agreed to pay for the damages to the pharmacy, and Hal has gotten his scholarships. And I'm headed to the beach, where the only cover I'm going to go under is a beach blanket. See you soon, Nancy.
Which item is not on the dinner menu? Maybe it's baked corn dogs. Let's go with that. I did it, and look, I got all of the achievements. Woohoo! So, Net Defender is rebuffing Daryl. Easter egg was the pop machine thing. Trivia Tamer, I answered the question right. Pop Prankster, setting off the alarm too many times. 5 times to be exact. Barnacled for reaching the last level of Barnacle Blast. Library Lover for reading all the books. Super Sleuth for snooping in every corner. That includes corners that weren't needed to be snooped in. Burp for the love of soft drinks. Money Grubber for finding all of those shiny quarters. Jukebox Diving for playing every song. Q for following up on every lead. Jacques for confronting all of those Weasley suspects. Woohoo! Okay, so if we look at the credits right now, it'll be out of order. Shadow at Water's Edge. So we can go ahead and do it, but it won't. The next game is Stay Tuned for Danger. So just to let you know, it's not the next game for the preview here.
I've always wanted to visit Japan, from the exotic food and wild fashion in the cities to the nature and tradition in the smaller towns. I know there's going to be a ton to see and do. As a thank you for all of my hard detective work, P.G. Crowmeister has reserved a room for me at one of the area's best ryokans, or traditional inns. It'll be nice to finally take a break from solving mysteries and to spend a few weeks without danger and dark secrets hiding around every corner. I've already heard that the ryokan I'm staying in has quite a reputation. I'm not sure exactly for what, though. Well, I'll find that out soon enough. Join me in my next adventure, Shadow at the Water's Edge.
Wrong. Okay, so we got all of the things here. I suggest you go in senior mode and you try to get all of them in senior mode. I hope you enjoyed watching this video as much as I enjoyed making it. I really love playing with all the different editing tools to help you out and explain what I'm doing and how I'm doing it so that you can understand everything. If you like what you see and you enjoyed the video, again, go to my website, hit donate, and one last time I want to thank Her Interactive for allowing me to make videos. See you next time. Bye.